as a driver, you always look at races that you'd love to have on your resume as having a win, and Indy 500, the Daytona 500, 24-hour Le Mans, the 24 hours of Daytona, you know, the Rolex 24. So that's for me, that's something that's big. I'd love to win it, and this will be my 5th year with Mike Shank Racing. I love being a part of the race team, and Mike Shank himself is just probably one of the coolest team owners I've ever worked for. He's just got so much energy and so much fun to be around. But we've been so close, and we finished second our first year, and I think every year since then I've led the race and the team's led the race, and we just don't have Lady Luck on our side. So I think this year with being partnered with Ford, this will be, I believe, the 3rd year with Ford, and for me, 2010, I'm really pumped up because I get to be Ford on the Cup side and be Ford here in Grand-Am side, so I'm pumped up about it, and it's just a great way to kick off the year. You kind of kick off at the Rolex 24 and then go into Daytona Speed Weeks and the Daytona 500, and it's just it's a fun race to be a part of. When it comes to Cup racing, obviously you got the sponsors and the points and just everything that goes along in that series, and you know, that's my life. The Sprint Cup Series is my life. That's what gives me my paycheck, and yeah, there's a lot of pressure there. So on that side of it, there's not that pressure, but there's still the pressure to win the race. I mean, that's ultimately why I'm here. It's only really fun if you win the race. You know, it's just one of those things that it's just a cool race to be a part of, and you come here, and I'm a biggest race fan as I am as a race car driver, and you come here and you see all different types of guys that you see on TV, guys that you used to know that you don't see that much anymore, and you can just kind of go through the paddock and just look at each guy and everything that they've accomplished in their career, and meet them, talk to them, hang out with them. So on that side of it, makes the race a lot of fun, but in the end it comes down to that Rolex watch and the fact that you want that on your resume. Finishing second our first year, I mean, that's probably the best overall memory that I have of the race, because you know, I didn't know what to expect, never done a 24-hour race, never even done a sports car race at that point, and to come here and finish second, miss winning it by 1 lap, that was pretty cool. But you know, every year I kind of take away something fun that was a part of it, and I think the toughest one was 2007. We just led, I think it was like 18 hours of the race, and really felt confident that we were going to win the race, and we broke with 3 hours left in the race. But I think that whole weekend we were just so fast, and that was the first year with Ford. We were just dialed in, so that was probably the most fun up until those last 3 hours. To lead that much, and I'm always nervous getting back in the car, and they were going to put me in the car the last 3 hours of the race, and I was so confident about it, I wasn't worried. I knew if the car would just held up, we were going to win the thing, and I've never been that confident in a race car. And it was one of those weekends from the test in January to the Rolex. We were just dialed in the whole weekend. Both cars sat on the front row. It was just it was kind of one of those things that you just hope it didn't end, and unfortunately it did, but that's part of the 24-hour event. But I think it was the most disappointing but the most fun I've had at the Rolex as well.